Now let's get started with our technology. And we're going to be looking at technology. Remember, we're going to look at the ages. And what age are we in, guys? Yeah, we said it yesterday. What was it? Starts with an I. Thank you. The information age. Now, technology is in a constant state of change as humans continue to improve and innovate old technologies for new applications. The Renaissance age was the arts. You'll see that one too. When did technology begin? What were the first inventions? How did technology impact humans? These are things that you're going to need to know for testing for knowledge too. Technology defined. Human innovation in action that involves the generation of knowledge and processes to develop systems that solve problems and extend human capacities. Capabilities. I'm sorry. Hey guys, please take notes. Now, history defined. A chronological record of significant events, often including an explanation of their causes. See the beautiful artwork down here? There's a steam engine run by coal. Now, we're going to look at the Paleolithic age. Now, that's 500,000 BC to 10,000 BC. Before Christ. Well, you just have to get past it today. There are stone axes. We look at the archaeological period characterized by the earliest known stone tools. The artifacts, we want to look at stone axes, bone needles, and hearth sites. Bless you. Impacts on history. There's an improved diet and enhanced security enabled early humans to increase their numbers. More people were living. Now, so now we're seeing more human beings living. The Mesolithic age, that's 10,000 BC to 4,000 BC. No, but you need some history to understand parts of technology. No, they didn't have a time machine. They're estimating it based on the findings. Pretty much is true. Now there's a house over there. The period between the Paleolithic and the Neolithic age is the Mesolithic age. It's associated with the rise of dominance of microlithics, very small geometric form tools that's used in composite tools. Artifacts. Please notice these artifacts because one of your worksheets will have you matching these artifacts. Excuse me, guys. Please make sure you're on this page. Artifacts may be leatherwork, basketry, fishing tackle, stone axes, and wooden objects. Canoes and bows, domesticating animals, stone circles and hinges. The impact on history, the gradual domestication of plants and animals led to the beginnings of settled communities. So, the Neolithic age, that's 4000 BC to 2300 BC. Beautiful poetry, beautiful pottery. That period is characterized by the development of agriculture, and we wanted year-round settlements. I guess that was the end of the trips to Florida, huh? Artifacts, pottery, polished stone tools, spinning and weaving tools, wooden plows and sickles. Impact on history, dependable year-round food supply, enables division of labor and specialization that spurs invention and innovation, promotes it. Now, engineers of early civilizations. The Mesopotamian engineers used clay tablets. They wanted to document their irrigation systems, the city plans. We see a pyramid. Babylonian engineers used mathematical concepts such as algebra so they could determine what's going on with their land. Let's do these calculations. Let's build asphalt covered roadways. Egyptian engineers built the pyramids, and they had complex irrigation systems. You said, what about the pyramids? They are cool, aren't they? Yes. No, we said Egyptian engineers. Egyptian engineers built the pyramids. Well, Sam, I don't think they would want you calling them aliens. That's rude. Let's go to the Bronze Age, guys. The Bronze Age is 2300 BC to 700 BC. Here's some of the weapons that were developed. It included early civilizations and the development of metallurgy. Now they're combining copper and tin to make bronze. And now you'll see different weapons, artifacts of bronze jewelry, tools, and weapons. Now you're going to be able to cut your meat even finer. The impact on history. The stone tools were gradually replaced by metal ones that enabled humans to alter their environment at an even greater rate. You did? Okay. Now we're at the Iron Age, 700 BC to 450 AD. Iron used as the main metal. We have artifacts, iron chisels, ornamental jewelry, swords, axes, and spearheads. So now the jewelry is not just blah, they're making it more ornamental, prettier. The impact on history, military dominance for uses of iron weapons and the use of iron bladed plows. Now there's plows that have a blade on it. So humans were able to increase their food production now. John Deere? Okay, that was the early John Deere and Caterpillar, huh? Good observation. Greek and Roman engineers. Greek engineers created the crossbow and catapult to conquer territories. Roman engineers created aqueduct systems, sanitary systems. It deals with water, Sam, look it up. An extensive road system. In addition, the first steam engine was created during the Roman Empire. Google it. Yes, it is. The Middle Ages. We're looking at 450 to 1400 AD. Now we even have windmills. This is the period of time between the fall of Rome and the Renaissance. The artifacts: a wheel plow, horseshoes. That way the horses would be able to work longer. We had water wheels, windmills, cast iron, cannons, compass, ocean going ships. Impact on history: it was the rise of money and capitalism, rise and fall of feudalism, the beginning of urbanization and industrialization. And we have even a different phase of urbanization. Now, the Middle Ages. The Middle Age engineers, let's see what they're doing. Arab society, they would develop in paper and chemistry applications. So now you're going to be recording instead of writing on a wall or writing on a stone tablet. You're going to write on paper. It was much easier to carry it around, much easier to share. Chinese society developed in clocks, gunpowder, and astronomical instruments. The word engineer began to appear. Its roots lie in the Latin word engineer, to design or devise. Now, who's interested in being an engineer? Jonah, which engineer would you like to be? How are you going to be all of them? No, I didn't make fun of him. I just asked him how he wanted to be all engineers. Carson. Yes, sir. Mechanical. I can't hear you. I got on my headset to try to record this. Yes. A mechanical engineer. I'm mechanical. My son's electrical. Yes. Yes, he graduated from A&T. North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University in Greensboro, North Carolina. The Renaissance and the Enlightenment period, 1400 to 1750 AD. Now, Galileo's telescope, the humanistic revival of classical influence, the arts, artifacts, telescope, microscope, thermometer, clocks, barometer, the impacts on history. The instrumentation allowed scientists to observe and test natural phenomena. Maybe this is when they started studying the moon and said, we want to go up there. Why not? Wouldn't you all want to go to the moon? We're designing a carrier for a Russia spaceship that will orbit the moon for 28 to 30 days. I am on a team that's developing the carrier. Yes, for the Arusha spaceship that will orbit the moon for 28 to 30 days to study it. Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo, here you go, sweetie. Need to fill that out. Leonardo. What about the moon in the sky? We're not in the middle of a solar eclipse. That was what? About a month ago. 5 weeks ago. No, that comes from the sun. Hey guys, let's keep going. Leonardo was born in Italy in 1452. He began his career 924. Leonardo began his career as an artist. He was painting and sculpting. Sam, some things are accepted as fact. What are the what? Oh, don't say you broke your computer. Leonardo began his career as an artist, painting and sculpting. He was soon put to work designing weapons, buildings, and machinery. We can see the interactive site below for some of his discoveries. Galileo, another artist, born in Italy in 1564. Throughout his career, he discovered physics. Carson, you have a question, sweetie? Huh? Carson's asking a question. Okay. We're going to look at those two as well. The first use of complex machinery. We're at the industrial age. Yes. No. No. Sam, stop being a distraction. The industrial age. This is 1750 to 1950 AD. Now we want to look at complex machinery, factories, social changes from agricultural societies. You're welcome, sweetie. Artifacts, steam engine. Sam's going to give us the date for the TV in a few. Electricity, automobile, airplane, radio, television, telephone, rocket. First look up the... You know it came out. You knew the TV was out in 1950, Sam. Now, please look up a date. Give us a date for black and white TVs when they came out. The impact on history gave rise to urban centers requiring municipal services, population expansion, and improvement in living standards. Our industrial age engineers. James Watt refines the steam engine so it could be practically used. Alessandro Volta discovers the principles for a battery, thus the name voltage. Riley, what are you doing? Sam, chill. Pieter van Mussenbroek creates the forerunner to the capacitor. Henry Ford creates the concept of the assembly line. Now, after Henry Ford, we're going to look at the information age. That's from 1950 AD to present. after death, Sam. The artificial heart, central to society, is the gathering, the manipulation, classification, storage, and retrieval of the information around us. Artifacts. We're going to have the transistor, the IC, computer, satellite, digital photography, artificial heart, nuclear power plant, space shuttle. Now, I think we have the computer up there. We talked about, and the iPhones would be there. So, when you're looking at dates like that, and these dates are not so firmly set in stone that something couldn't change. Now, artifacts, transistor, integrated circuits, IC, impact on history. Now, decentralization of decision making and empowering more people. So now, I still think we have a lot of people who are not making decisions, and it's more central, like the government, whether it's the state or the national government. Now, information that we're going to look at was taken from the Foundations of Technology draft document. We're going to go back and look at our videos next.